All right, what we're going to do is create a form for our observational data in the creative arts. The first step is to create a new form. So I go to New, More, and then Google Forms. And then I'm going to title my Google form. You might want a Google form for all of your classes, or you want to create ones for different periods depending on your teaching schedule for the day. So Creative Arts Observations. The first question that I want to ask is going to be the students. Instead of having the students as multiple choice though, I'm going to make it a drop down. That way I don't have to scroll all the way down the page. So this is going to be name of student. So then you can pre-fill these options. So you can manually do it, student 1, or if you already have a spreadsheet, you can simply paste the student names in. Personally, I would use PowerTeacher, go into the backpack, grab the names on the left-hand side, copy them, and then dump them in here. So I'm just going to add some more students. I also like to make these questions required. That way I can't submit the form unless I have all the data in it. Now I'm going to add another question. So to do that, I click the plus button. The second question is going to be date. In here, I can insert a date. Basically, it's a calendar. I'm going to make that question required as well. The next one I'm going to make is going to be my observations. This time, I'm going to choose a grid. My rows are going to be the criteria for my observations. So I might have the creative process, responsible practice, vocab, critical analysis, and collaboration. The columns are going to be if the students, or what I'm observing with the students. So are they demonstrating those creative processes? So no evidence, some evidence, and demonstrating. And I'm going to make this question also required. To preview my form, I can go up here to the eyeball. This gives me the live link to the form. This is the link here that I'm going to want to bookmark on my iPad while I'm walking around observing my students. So from here, I can choose my student, I can input the date, and then I can check off my observations and then submit. And then I can go and submit for another student. Another thing you want to do is maybe change the color palette. So by clicking on the little color palette wheel, I can actually insert new backgrounds. So some of these are really nice for work and school. So I'm going to click this background and select, and it's going to change my header up here. That's basically how I create a form that's going to collect observations. The only thing left to do is make sure I have my responses. So I'm going to click over here to the Responses tab and then click Create Spreadsheet. And it's going to create a new spreadsheet called Creative Arts Observations. Right now the spreadsheet is blank because I haven't collected any observations. But if I go back here to my Google Drive, I can see that my Creative Arts Observations, the spreadsheet has been put right underneath.